brace yourself for what's coming. No, actually, in so many of our areas, we've talked about the micro markets up and down the peninsula. And so there are these wonderful key pockets. When you talk location, when you've bought wisely, there's no problem. No matter what the market is, whether we're a buyer's market or a seller's market, those properties will always do very well. And the key is always price. You know, everything sells at the right price. For whatever it is, it's adjusted for in price. Whether it's condition, functional obsolescence, location, size of the yard, whatever it is, everything sells at the right price. So what we're seeing this year, we came out of the box in 2007 in most of the areas with very little inventory and a pent-up demand from last year, because the buyers' perceptions last year, as we all talked about, was they were waiting for the bubble to burst, and it didn't burst. And a lot of sellers were sitting there thinking, well, I'm not going to sell now if we're going to go into a buyer's market. So we had very little inventory and less movement. But everybody can only stay still for so long, and then you have to get on with your life. So the buyers entering the market now have waited, and they're tired of waiting, and they know that interest rates are still really good, and even though there's a lot of inventory, they're keying in on the properties that they want, okay? So for the sellers, how you position your house in the market becomes very, very critical. It isn't just price. It's marketing is always a very strong element here, because that's part of positioning your house in the market. How you appear with the other listings that are around you, the condition of your house, because we have what I perceive as the buyers are buying in two different directions strongly, the majority of the buyers. They're either buying something that's absolutely perfect turnkey, no deferred maintenance, they can move right in, 2 incomes, busy people, financing to the max, can't afford fixing, that sells at a premium. So if you don't have that product, what you do to handle your deferred maintenance, your sprucing up, your decluttering, fixing your yard, staging your house, can really show it in its best light. The other product that the buyers are leaning towards is what we would call a fixer-upper. So this would be a house that has tremendous amount of deferred maintenance or is original in its condition, other things like that, why are the buyers attracted to that? Because they perceive they're getting a really good deal. And I say perceive because a lot of times once they get in, they start taking things apart and they're opening cans of worms, and the dollar amount just goes sky high. So the house that's in the middle, the house that's left with maybe shag carpets, wallpaper, older paint, you know, maybe a rock garden out in front, you know, these things that are kind of obsolete, but they're really cosmetic. Those are the houses that sit. Those are the ones that get very little attention. They actually are the best buys, ultimately. But if you have a house like that, and you hire an expert who can come in and you take the advice of that agent that's an expert and do the things that we know attract the buyers that don't cost very much. A lot of times you can spend maybe $10,000 and do an amazing amount to your house to get 30 or 50 more for it.
Okay,
remodel.
Elements of a sale, Justine, very critical, and you have them mapped out on your slides. You start out with the pricing, the timing, the terms, and then what's most important to you as a seller. Delve into a couple of those.
Well, I think when you're determining what your goals are, first you have to really look at what you're trying to accomplish. Do you have timing issues as far as a job transfer? Are you trying to buy first? Are you trying to sell first and then buy? You know, what are all these elements you need to hone down? Are you waiting until the children are out of school to move? Do you want to sell at the peak of the market and then get a rent back? Anything that is a special need that you have can affect the value of your house. When we set a list price based on location and terms and the condition of the house and all of these things based on a fair market value, we position the house in the market. But when a seller says, well, I also need to stay in here, I want to close in 2 weeks, but I want to stay here for 60 days, all right? You've narrowed your buyers, okay? So that could affect the value that you get for your house. So when you're thinking about what are the most important things to you, sometimes that is more important than that extra $5,000, being able to stay for 3 months, okay? So when you're discussing these things, you really need to know what your goals are so that you can map it out clearly. Because I always try to position a seller, we're shooting to get on at the best time for them. Least inventory, most buyers, okay? There are certain times of the year, because our market's cyclical, that occurs, but it doesn't fit everybody's time frames. So if you happen to go on the market when there's a peak, and of course sometimes we don't even know it. You can think the inventory is really low, and the week you put this house on, 3 more come on just like it, and all of a sudden you've shot yourself in the foot. So now you have to back up a little bit, and that's where marketing becomes so critical. So, you know, these are all really key elements when you're choosing price and what your goals are.
Thank you. I want to thank all of you. You are just fabulous. I've learned a lot from you, and as my friend Jackie would say, you're absolutely brilliant. And and Mary Doyle says that too. Brilliant. I love the way the British say brilliant. But you were. And I'm sure that the listeners and I know the audience has thoroughly enjoyed hearing what you had to share with them. And again, Bobbi Decker, Real Estate with Bobbi Decker is about educating you and sharing this kind of knowledge so that you don't listen to the hype, you don't make the mistakes that you will spend years and years and years trying to correct. So I would like to ask you to please send questions to us. Thank you for joining us for the Changing Real Estate Market 2007.